Hello friends, I am Ms. Ritika Sharma and I welcome you to our YouTube channel Suma's Evolution Classes. In this video, we will discuss TPN, Total Parenteral Nutrition, types of TPN and pathways for parenteral and enteral nutrition. How do we select the formula, the compositions and infusion schedule. Intravenous administration of varying combinations of hypertonic or isotonic glucose, lipids, amino acid, electrolytes, vitamin and trace elements through a venous access device directly into the intravascular fluid to provide nutrients for patients who are unable to receive adequate nutrition gastrointestinal tract. TPN therapy is a controlled calorie intake that is metabolically balanced and nutritionally monitored to provide nutrients required for normal metabolism, tissue maintenance, repair and energy demands, to bypass the GI tract for patients who are unable to take food orally. There are two different types of parenteral nutrition. Partial parenteral nutrition, PPN, is a parenteral nutrition given to supplement other kinds of feeding. If you are eating but still have malnutrition, healthcare providers may offer you a partial parenteral nutrition to replace missing elements in your diet or give you additional calories. Total parenteral nutrition is a complete nutrition delivered intravenously to people who can't use their digestive systems at all. TPN might be required when certain conditions impair your ability to process food and absorb nutrients through your digestive tract, or when you need to avoid using your digestive system for a while so it can heal. Sometimes parenteral nutrition is classified by the type of vein that is used to deliver the nutrition. Central parenteral nutrition (CPN) is delivered through a central vein, usually the superior vena cava, located under the collarbone, which goes directly to your heart. The larger central vein allows a larger catheter to deliver higher concentrations of nutrition with higher calories. For this reason, CPN is used to deliver total parenteral nutrition. Peripheral parenteral nutrition is delivered through a smaller peripheral vein, perhaps in your neck or in one of your limbs. PPN is used to provide partial parenteral nutrition temporarily, using quicker and easier access to the peripheral vein. In this figure, we can see the two different pathways, each for parenteral and enteral nutrition. Parenteral feeding, it is a feeding administered intravenously bypassing the usual process of eating and digestion, feeding through the central vein, feeding through the peripheral vein. Enteral nutrition is a liquid supplement nutrition which can either be taken by mouth or given via feeding tube. There are different pathways used for enteral feeding. Pathway 1, nasal stomach, which is known as nasogastric. Pathway 2, nasal to duodenum, which is known as nasoduodenal. Pathway 3, nasal to jejunum, which is known as nasojejunal. And pathway 4, feeding tube that leads through an artificial external opening into the stomach, gastronomy. Pathway 5, feeding tube that leads through an artificial external opening into the small intestine, jejunostomy. Next is the formula selection. What are the factors affecting the formula selection? The suitability of a feeding formula should be evaluated based on functional status of GI tract, physical characteristics of formula, osmolality, fiber content, calorie density, viscosity, micronutrients ratio, digestion and absorption capability of patient, specific metabolic needs, condition of the feeding to fluid and electrolyte needs or restriction, cost effectiveness. Now we will be studying the macro and micronutrients involved in parenteral nutrition. First we will discuss carbohydrate. The source used for carbohydrate in TPN is monohydrous dextrose, which has an energy source of 3.4 kilocalorie per gram. The recommended intake of monohydrous dextrose is 2 to 5 mg per kg per minute, which is 50 to 60% of the total calorie. The adverse effects of monohydrous dextrose can be increased CO2 production, increased O2 consumption, and hyperglycemia. Next topic is amino acids. The base source of amino acids is crystalline amino acids, standard or specialty, which has a combined solution of 40 to 50% essential amino acid and 50 to 60% of non-essential amino acids. The recommended allowance for amino acid is 0.8 to 2.0 gram per kg per day, which is 15 to 20% of total calories. The possible adverse effects of amino acid can be increased renal solute load and azotemia. Azotemia is a biochemical abnormality defined as elevation or buildup of nitrogenous products, one usually ranging from 7 to 21 mg per dl. Creatinine in the blood or other secondary waste products within the body. The next topic is lipids. The base source of lipids is sunflower or soya bean oil, which has 10 calories per gram. It can be isotonic and hypertonic in nature, consists of stabilized emulsion, and prevents essential fatty acids deficiency. The recommended allowance for lipids is 0.5 to 1.5 gram per kg per day, not to exceed 2 gram per kg per day, and it is to be given at 12 to 24-hour infusion rate. The possible adverse effects if lipids are monitored can be egg allergy, hypertriglyceridemia. You have too many triglyceride fats in your blood. This raises your risk of atherosclerosis and related heart diseases. Abnormal LFTs. Here we will understand the number of calories derived from 1 gram of macronutrients. 1 gram protein equals to 4 kilocalories, 1 gram of fat equals to 9 kilocalories, and 1 gram of dextrose equal to 3.4 kilocalories. Contradictions to peripheral parenteral nutrition: significant malnutrition, severe metabolic stress, large nutrition or electrolyte needs. Potassium is a strong vascular irritant, fluid restriction, need for prolonged parenteral nutrition, renal or liver compromise. In this slide, I have shown the different types of bags used for TPN. The first one is a 3-in-1, which is known as total nutrient admixture. Dextrose, amino acids, lipids, and additives are mixed together in one container. Lipid is provided as a part of PN mixture or a daily basis and becomes an important energy substrate. The second is 2-in-1, which is known as solution of dextrose, amino acid, and additives. Typically compound in 1 liter bags. Lipid is delivered as a piggyback daily or intermittently as a source of EFA. Here on, we will understand the infusion schedule of TPN. The first one is continuous PN. It is a non-interrupted infusion or parenteral nutrition solution over 24 hours via a central or peripheral venous axis. There are few advantages and disadvantages for continuous PN. Let us understand its advantages. Well tolerated by most patients. Required less manipulation. Decreased nursing time. Decreased potential touch contamination. Disadvantages: persistent anabolic state, altered insulin glucagon ratios, increased lipid storage by the liver, reduces mobility in ambulatory patients. The second is cyclic PN. The intermittent administration of PN via a central or peripheral venous axis, usually over a period of 12 to 18 hours. Patient on continuous therapy may be covered to cyclic PN over 24 to 48 hours. There are a few advantages and disadvantages to a continuous PN. Let us understand it. Advantages: approximates normal physiology of intermittent feeding, maintains nitrogen balance, visceral proteins ideal for ambulatory patients, allow normal activity, improve quality of life. Disadvantages: incorporation of N2 into muscle stores may be suboptimal. Nutrients administered when the patient is less active, non-tolerated by critically ill patients. Requires more nursing manipulation. increased potential for touch contamination, increased nursing time. That was all a brief account of carbocation organic intermediate. If you enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe to our channel Suma's Evolution Classes, and for more interesting videos, stay tuned with our channel. Thank you.